Chips, aka, ask me AMAs, ask me anything, aka the real blockchain hustler, aka Dreddy Nakamoto, 80, aka Marley, aka Crypto Obama. You know what I'm saying? Just spitting game. So I'm gonna just wait a little bit. I'm gonna smoke one. Wait for people to show up in the chat, real quick. All right, shit, that works out. Hold on. Aloha, we doing crypto mentorships. We talking about the Bitcoin halving. Press 9 if I'm coming through in the chat. Let me know. We're just burning one, and then I'm gonna spit that game. So I'm just waiting for people to show up. Let me know if I'm coming through. The Bitcoin halving. Use the data. I'm trying to. All right, hold. Sorry about that. We just switching it up. It's hard to get this internet straight. I'm all the way out on the beach. So the Bitcoin halving. The Bitcoin halving is coming up in about like 4 days, 4 or 5 days. Why is that so important? It only seems like crypto people are just super into this Bitcoin halving, but it's revolutionary, and it's my first Bitcoin halving. So it's like a divergenization type shit. Like, it's weird, but it's coming up in the next 4 or 5 days. So yes, you need to buy Bitcoin. If you're watching this right now, you need to find a way to buy Bitcoin, like ASAP. Okay? It's just what it is, because you're really looking at one of the best investment opportunities available, like in cryptocurrency. Like, there's certain moments in the crypto markets that are just like damn near guaranteed investments. Obviously, nothing's a guaranteed investment, but if you literally, like, if you buy Bitcoin right now, in my opinion, you have a 95% chance to get to actually grow your money. Like, it's like a guarantee. You buy Bitcoin and literally it's gonna like go up in the next hour. That's the dope part about it, is that it's such like almost like, because the what, and I will get into why it's so important and da 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 da. I'm just giving it a moment for people to show up. If you got any crypto questions, let me know in the chat. I'm just chilling in my hammock, and then when I start spitting game, I'll go sit in the chair. But I'm just burning one. Crypto Malala is just doing her thing in the background, and I'm just loving, just saying, appreciating, loving life. And I'm here to answer your questions. But until I get questions, I'm a spit game. Okay. So can you pour me some agua de mango, por favor? Gracias, mi amor. So, how's everything? How much BTC to buy? Price prediction. Price prediction for, okay, I don't do many price predictions. What's up, Marcus Allen? I appreciate it. I don't do many price predictions. But since this is just like a Bitcoin halving party, let's just, you know what? I see Bitcoin hitting 12,000. Now, of course, I can go up and say 20,000, and it could totally, but I'm just thinking realistically. I think Bitcoin can hit around 12,000 sometime at the halving, or around the halving. What is the first move to make if you're getting? What's the first move to make if you're getting into Bitcoin? Just sit on it. That's the first move you make. You sit on that fucking Bitcoin and you wait, because what happened is that there may be a big sell-off. Soon as soon as it's over, you're gonna see major institutions invest and dump in Bitcoin, just to make the profits. It's just like a quick come up, because new people are buying in, like they buy in at the top, and the smart investors, they buy in when no one's paying attention. So you may see a quick dump. That's why I say you just hold on to the Bitcoin, and then once it dumps, you start buying some Ethereum and some Monero. How much? All right, the minimum, obviously, it all depends on your budget. I will never tell you how much to buy. And don't matter, if you got if you got $10 in Bitcoin, you still ahead of the rest of 95% of the world. So start off with 50 to 100 bucks in Bitcoin and play it safe. And don't think this game is about numbers. Don't think it's about how much no, if you got a little bit, you're on the boat. Like, you're in the new, you got a share of Apple in 1994. Like, that's what it means. Like, yeah, it's not there where it could be, but you got a little bit, and that's enough to have, because millions of people around you have no Bitcoin at all. They have no digital form of gold or a digital asset that can go up in value. So start off with whatever works for you, but you want to set up. You don't have to, but it's good for beginner investors to do dollar cost averaging. I'm gonna split that game real quick. I got my agua de mango. I appreciate it. Yo, I'm always here to help the brothers. It's just that my time is limited, and the channel's growing, and it's you know, I still got to with my wife, and I still got to be in nature. So the time I do actually decide to like learn about programming and teach and stuff, so it's just becoming really more limited. That's why I got to put a value on my time. It's not to like be scamming and da 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 da, you know. But yeah, I do the best I can to help people out. So give me a second. Man, we eat and drink so healthy out here. It's ridiculous. Muy barato, for, you know, for very cheap. Gracias. Appreciate it. All right, so now go. Let me get back to some of those questions. Let me see all messages. Let me see. Thanks for helping us out. What's going on? Digibyte. I don't know what's going on with Digibyte. Honestly, I have no clue. If they're into some drama, that it doesn't sound like a real decentralized currencies, because the decentralized currencies don't get into drama. They're just decentralized. So, how much to buy though? Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about Bitcoin halving, because the block reward gets cut in half. Okay, the block reward gets cut in half. Let's start off. What is a block? Okay, when it comes to Bitcoin and blockchain, we got to ask ourselves, what is a block? And if you don't know what this is, start taking your notes down. I don't get on camera unless I'm about to spit game. All right, so what is a block? A block is a group of transactions. Okay, see the block as the container. Just imaginary. See the block as the container, and inside the container are transactions. Okay, transactions. I sent you this, you sent her that, she sent that. So it's a group of transactions. Now, how many transactions can fit in a block? It all depends on the block size, and that's a whole different debate topic, and that goes on forever. And that's why a lot of Bitcoin forks happen, is a lot of block size and whatnot. So let's just say anywhere between 60 to 80 transactions can fit in a block. Okay, 60 to 80 transactions. You stuff those inside of a block. Now that's what a block is. Okay, so so a blockchain is just a group of transactions tied to a group of transactions. You see how that? So a block is just tied to a block, tied to another block, and inside those blocks are transactions, and they're all linked together from the very first block. It's called the Genesis block. Write that down. The Genesis block is the very first block on the blockchain, okay? Because every block is linked. So the only block that's not linked to any other block is the very first block, because there's no other block to link to. So usually the Genesis block has to be coded by hand. All the other blocks are generated by the software automatically, okay? But the first block, since there's no other block to go behind, it actually has to be hand-coded by the actual human. So the Genesis block for Bitcoin was hand-coded by Satoshi himself. So you can look that up. Type in the Genesis block for Bitcoin, and you're gonna see in the data of the block why it was created. What date? Why Satoshi? It's hard code written in the Genesis block. So it's like engraved in the stone because it's immutable. So the Genesis block will always tell you why Bitcoin was created. That's the dope part. That's the dope part. So block is just a group of transactions, a container of a group of transactions tied to another group of transactions. So now you have to find the block. A miner finds the block. What is you find the block? Well, you find a nonce. Write that down. Nonce, a nonce. A nonce is a number, a very number. It's a random number that is based on a lot of computation and previous data, okay? I know I'm going over a lot of people's heads, but I'll try to keep this as layman terms. As simple. So you got to do a lot of mathematical computation based on the previous hash, based on the time date, based on the data of the block. So, and then you come up with the nonce. So you got to find the nonce. Whoever finds the nonce finds the block. Okay. Whoever finds the block gets the block reward. So that's what this whole game's about, is getting the block reward if you're a miner, because the block reward is where the bread's at. That's where the money's at. So somebody do me a favor right now and look up on Coin Market Cap or Coin Paprika and tell me the price of Bitcoin in the chat. Hold on, let me look through the chat again. Sorry, we're here with you. All right, so somebody tell me the block reward. Somebody tell me the price of Bitcoin right now and put it in the chat. So Look up the block reward of Bitcoin. It's probably $9,300. Times that by 12.5. Somebody write that number down. 9,300, whatever the price is Bitcoin, do that 12.5. And that's how much the block reward is worth right now. Okay? Somebody, I'm waiting for that answer to show up in the chat. The price of Bitcoin times 12.5. All right. So as soon as somebody gets me that, so you find the block reward. The block reward is how you get paid. That's what all the people are working their ass off for, is the block reward, and that's the money. That's the money they get. Now, what's happening in Bitcoin that makes this so revolutionary? Why is it such a big deal? Why am I doing a video? It's almost 200,000. So it's almost $200,000, correct? So if 3,000, okay. So a little bit more. Well, that is the block reward every 10 minutes. 9,000. So yeah, times 9,234 times 12.5. Okay, do that. Do the math, and you'll find out that that is the block reward every 10 minutes around the world. Every 10 minutes. There's no government that can shut this down. There's no government that can. There's no. It's not. It's a non-correlated asset. So that's the block reward every 10 minutes. So when people out here losing jobs and people saying they ain't no money. They ain't no money. Well, there's a block reward every 10 minutes. So what do you mean there ain't no money going around? Don't give me that shit. Don't tell me you can't get paid. Just because your country's currency is collapsing doesn't mean that there ain't value to be gained around the, you know what I'm saying, other markets, no, there's always ways to make bread. Why? Because there's always value being transmitted somewhere. Hey, man, he could do whatever he wants, man. I'm not even, this is not about him. This is not about him. So, check this out. The block reward gets cut in half. So it's 12.5. So what's the block reward going to get cut in half? 6.25. 6.25 is going to be the block reward. There you go. Is Bitcoin, is it still mining? I'm telling you, you decide for yourself, is it still profitable? How are you getting hold of that block? Okay? So the Bitcoin block reward is 12.5, and it's going to be divided, it's going to be cut in half to 6.25. So essentially, you're going to get half of what you're able to get as a miner. You're only going to get half of that shit. So why are miners still work? Why are you still working if you're only going to get half of your paycheck? Why are you still working the same amount if you're only going to get half of your paycheck? Well, what happens is the scarcity and the rarity go up. The value goes up because the scarcity and rarity, it gets more scarce. Because the reward gets cut in half, it gets more scarce. So if they told you there was only a limited amount of gold on the world, and then now all of a sudden there's half as many when you grew up, and then 20 years later there's half as much gold. Well, what do you think gold's going to be by the time it's going to be that much more valuable? So it's not guaranteed that the price is going to go up. Okay, but everyone expects, based on the previous block halvings, that the price has gone up dramatically. So I would say you're not going to exceed Bitcoin anywhere between 6,000, 3,000. That's done because now the scarcity has increased. You see how that works? So that's why this is important, because the inflation rate, because Bitcoin has an inflation rate. People don't understand that. Yes, it's inflationary because there's only a limited amount, but the inflation rate is the block reward. Every 10 minutes, that's new money being introduced into the markets, okay? So that's the inflation rate, but that gets reduced less than the federal government for the first time. So you're gonna see Bitcoin being more, producing less than the federal government, which is a big deal, which shows that this currency is headed in a very good direction. I don't want to get all into very deep, but that's what it means. The inflation rate will actually be less than what the federal government, the U.S. government prints their money at. So that's why this is very important. And yeah, so that's why you got to stack it up. That's why you got to stack it up. And also it's just a great move, because literally, I've been buying Bitcoin consistently, and every time I've bought it, the price is going up. That's not a guarantee. It's just I understand these markets, and I can get a feel when we're really about to go in. So I can go on forever. Leave some questions in the chat. Everybody's trying to spit this crypto game, but very few people who spit in this crypto game ain't programmers. Very few people who are spitting this crypto, they doing it for the views, they doing it because it gets the attention, but they really don't understand what it is. So Polite can do what he wants while he scams everybody and finding new ways to scam people probably out of their crypto. You know what I'm saying? He's not a programmer. He doesn't understand what this game is really about and how much the heat is still coming for him. But this is not about him. You know what I'm saying? Because you ask him, ask anybody, what is a distributed hash table, and they're gonna be stuck frozen. Ask anybody what what is the difficulty retargeting. Anybody that's teaching crypto, ask them what's the difficulty retargeting. You know what I'm saying? So it's all right, man. This is not here to be competition against anybody. I'm here to share education, and this is important for everybody to know. Yeah, man. This is not about that, man. I appreciate all the love, but if all you guys do is share my videos and let people know to stay away from this con artist, this psychopath, you guys will be doing the world a favor. Whew. Let me know. Let's not ask about what I should buy or what I shouldn't buy. If you're interested. So let me give you some channels. Thoughts on XRP. XRP is not a cryptocurrency, bro. Ripple is not a cryptocurrency. They try to say it is. It has no blockchain. It's not mineable. It's owned by the bankers. It's just another scam coin. It's another Brother Polite coin. It's on the market, so I'm not gonna say it can't make you money or it's not gonna go up. But let's just look at the fundamentals of what cryptocurrency is about. I don't know much about where should I buy it from. You should obviously, if you're in the U.S., you should just either use Coinbase, use Uphold, or use localbitcoins.com. If you know anybody that actually sells crypto that you trust, see if you can buy them in person or online. But localbitcoins.com is probably the best you're gonna get. Woo! All right. Stack your Bitcoin. Holla at me for the Crypto Roots mentorship. Holla at me. Check out my courses. I go hard. I spit this game, and I'm prospering during the economic collapse. Blessings. Spread the word. Let people know Polite scamming, and just to get the real education from Crypto Roots, because I've been living this life for like 3 years straight. Much love. Take it easy. Peace.